right. A new report claims mold may protect astronauts from cosmic radiation, which is why all future space missions will take place in a Motel 6 bathroom. Hi, everybody. I am Kenny Webster, and I am, hey, it's a full studio. JD Shipley is here from Starting Strength Gym. What is up?
What's going on, guys?
Gyms, not gyms. Gyms.
Gyms, plural.
JD Shipley said, I had a dream. He wanted to open up a fitness center where people could lift weights, and rather than just doing it once, he did it twice. How is that going for you?
It's going well. It's going well. The gym in Houston's rocking and rolling. Katie's membership is up too, so I can't complain.
I often tell people this, and maybe they don't believe me, but I have to tell people that for me, the thing that got me through my divorce, getting divorced sucks. It's a soul-drenching, character-destroying experience. But for me, lifting barbells at Starting Strength Gym was the exact kind of therapy I needed to transform my life, and that's what I did. It really helped me out. I think it kept me healthy and sane, and as one of your coaches, Bob, often says, you learn more about yourself when you're under a barbell than when you're doing anything else.
It is very counterintuitive that lifting heavy and strength training is actually a form of therapy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the other thing that's always fascinating to me about Starting Strength, it's a bunch of guys who look like Vikings.
It's strong nerds.
But they're nerds. They're nerds.
Pokemon and Renfest, baby.
Yeah, that's it. They love lifting weights. They love testosterone and creatine and Pokemon and Star Wars, and it's not what you'd think at all.
Very, very approachable.
When you walk into the gym, looks can be deceiving because it's a little intimidating.
Yep.
I once showed a girl I was dating a photo of the gym, and she said, it looks like a torture chamber. And I was like, no, it's not. It's great. It's fantastic. I get high off lifting weights. And but do you have that experience a lot with people? They walk in and they're a little intimidated?
Yeah, they don't really know what to expect. They think it's a bunch of bearded guys that are, bearded power lifters with tattoos. And I mean, the coaches have a broad range, right? So we got one coach who's a junior Olympian. Another coach who is a school teacher, another coach who turned his hobbies into careers and made bread for a living before becoming a coach. Another one who's a Muay Thai fighter, who's the smallest guy in the gym, who you would not figure.
Jonathan fights.
He is the most dangerous man in the room.
He flies a Star Wars spaceship.
Was it are you thinking a TIE fighter? No.
No. What is a Muay Thai fighter? What is that?
It's a form of it's like Thai kickboxing, basically.
Okay.
Another one who does God, what does she do? She does what do you call it? It's she rides horses. She does cattle roping.
Equestrian
stuff.
No.
No. She wears a cowboy hat and chases after cows on a horse.
Oh.
Whatever that's called. So
a criminal.
Yeah, she's the one that you see in the woodlands on the horse. They're monitoring the parking lots. No, I'm just kidding.
It is a very unique group of people. You have
very, very wide range.
You have brought together, but they all have one thing in common: they like lifting weights. And then the other thing that's awesome about Starting Strength Gym is it's very much unintentionally fits the perfect mold of what's going on in fitness right now. For as long as I could remember, the fitness industry was full of gimmicks. It was full of
still is, but yes,
lose weight quick schemes and stuff like this. Inject this shot and take that pill, and then put on these bouncy shoes and ride around on a pony or what. And it's none of that stuff actually works.
Nope. But it's sexy looking. The
thing that works to lose weight or get strong or whatever it is you're trying to achieve is eat less and move around more.
I would say eat more of the right stuff, but
if you're trying to build muscle gain,
but that's the whole point. Like, that's the thing. People think that they need to lose weight, that they need to make themselves smaller. What you need to do is lift heavy, put on a little bit of muscle, and life will be a whole lot better as a result of it.
All right. Also here with us right now, one of my producers, one of the news reporters from the KTRH newsroom, and our Sunday evening host right after Ted Cruz's show, Ethan Buchanan, home of the Next Gen Report on KPRC. Ethan, you have been following the MAHA movement pretty closely, and the big thing this week is drinking whole milk. What happened?
Well, I think it's not necessarily one specific thing in terms of the drinking of the whole milk. That goes to a lot of different things. I think most people understand that our food is unhealthy. And I think your average everyday person, even if they don't understand why, they know that, since, let's say, 1980 to now, something has changed, and all of the things that we're eating are making us either fat or sick in some other form of way. And so, honestly, I think the drinking of whole milk and the specific thing that happened is we're putting whole milk back in schools. Michelle Obama's war on every fat person except herself extended all the way to, the I guess the public school system, and they took all the whole milk away because it was making kids fat.
Yeah, okay.
So that's now being reversed. They're putting the whole milk back in public schools, and a lot of people are saying, okay, wait a minute. Whole milk is natural. It comes from the cows. We've been drinking it for forever. That's how it's supposed to be. So I don't think changing that is what's gonna, solve the fat problem. Taking away whole milk is not gonna make people magically skinny. And what we've seen in the 10, 15 years since we've done that is it hasn't changed anything, or if it has, it's made it worse. So we're putting the whole milk back, and that's in service of the broader scale of movement to try to start, pacing through the last, we'll say, 40 years of American diet and figure out, okay, what did we change that made us balloon up to 5,000 pounds?
Okay, so you're a milk guy, right, JD? Is
Absolutely.
that you? Whole milk?
Yes. I mean, depending on the individual, just as long as they're drinking milk.
People are mad at RFK Jr. right now for pointing out that fats aren't actually that bad for you.
They're not.
They're like, how could you? It's the word fat's in it. It's like, well, hang on a minute. We're not telling you to get fat. We're telling you to consume fats, which actually are very good for your brain, for thought processing and that sort of thing. And can you explain the Michelle Obama factor here to us, Ethan? Why was Michelle Obama so fervently against this?
I mean, I guess her thing, because every second lady of the first lady of the United States needs a thing, right? For Woodrow Wilson, it was hauling a dead guy around. Same for Jill Biden and, what have you. But to be honest, I don't know why she chose fat children to be her thing.
Sure.
And I guess it came from a good place. I mean, nobody wants kids to be fat, but nothing she did was effective.
All right, well, she's in the news this week. She's got a podcast that's very popular. Everybody's got their headphones on here. Let me play a little clip of that real quick for everybody here. Let me see if I could find this. There we go.
Then Barack keep telling me to run for president. He'd be like, come on, Mike. You could be the first female president of the United States. And I'd be like, what you talking about, Barack? You forgot about this dangling dong all of a sudden? So anyway, I'm still thinking about it,
I'm sorry. I'm being told that's not the right clip. I apologize. Sorry, I was very awkward there. I think I played the wrong thing. Sorry. Do you give your kids milk, JD?
Oh, Lord.
You do, yeah.
Yes.
It's part, and they have you seen the study that came out this past week? They said a little bit of peanut consumption to an infant will protect them from not only peanut allergies, but a lot of other allergies their whole life. Back in the 70s, peanut allergies were very uncommon.
Correct.
It was something like for every 1,000 kids, there were 3 kids with a peanut allergy, which is not a lot. But it was enough that the public school said, all right, remove all the peanuts. We can't be having people consume peanuts. We got the peanuts out of the schools, out of the snacks. We took peanuts out of airplanes. And then what happened? The allergies to peanuts skyrocketed. It shot up to crazy high amounts to the point where people were dying from even being in a room with a peanut. And I think there's something to be said about that, because it's the same thing with language. When we try to protect people from controversial speech, and then they hear controversial speech, they crawl up into the fetal position like they're being destroyed by words. And yet,
hey, words are violence, man.
Words are violence.
Peanuts are violence.
Peanuts are violence, exactly. And peanuts do unintentionally. It is kind of a funny word, isn't it?
It's too close.
I know.
I said it for you. There you go.
I feel the same way. We're here right now with JD Shipley from Starting Strength Gym in Houston. Would you say that you're an advocate for the MAHA movement?
Absolutely.
Yeah, get the chemicals out of the food, get back in the gym, eat wholesome, natural food. Why is that controversial?
I think it's the person that's saying it is the one that they're considering controversial. The message is fine. They don't like the deliverer.
Yeah, because he's like, I think we should take all the chemicals out of the food. We have to do something about it.
You're listening to Ken Webster's Pursuit of Happiness. Very spicy radio.
Hey, We are recording segments for my afternoon show right now while we are live streaming across the internet on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Rumble, Bumble, all the other different places where we're at right now. But real quick, while I'm fiddling around on the board here and messing around, JD, if people want to learn more about your gyms, if they want to get signed up, where do they go? What do they do?
Well, you go to your favorite search engine and look up Starting Strength Houston or Starting Strength Katy. One will get you to the other, actually. So, yeah, that's the easiest way to do it.
I have worked out at both of them. I find both gyms to be absolutely fantastic. And is there a little more room in the Katy gym right now? Because I think we have more listeners out there.
Yep. Right now, there's a little bit more room in the Katy gym. So yeah, come on out and get stronger.
What if somebody doesn't live near a gym and they still want to try your program?
Starting Strength online coaching.
And do you do that? Is that
absolutely? I did that for a number of years before the gyms were ever a thing, and got strong myself as a client.
What do people need to do the online coaching?
A squat rack and a barbell and some weights.
And this is more affordable than going to like Equinox and hiring a personal trainer, right?
Absolutely. It's depending on what you're paying for personal training. It could be a third to a quarter of the cost for personal training.
Yeah. Well, I love that. All right. And Ethan, real quick, what's up with your podcast, bro?
Oh, it's doing great. You can find it, wherever you get podcasts, iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever. The Next Gen Report. It's everything politics and news. I try to keep it simple. I try to give you the stuff that matters, not fluff and nonsense, and then my own analysis of everything going on. And sometimes I'll mix a little existential dread and whatnot into that. And then you can catch it Sundays at 7 right here on KPRC Radio. We do a live broadcast right after Ted Cruz every week. And then, other than that, it's highlights. If you want to know what the show is about, go to X or TikTok and find me there _Ethan Buchanan, and there's the highlights.
I love that. Did you just subscribe right now, JD?
I did.
It works.
Be like JD. Subscribe right now.
Right now.
We're going back on the radio, everybody. Stand by. Everybody put your pants on. Hold on one second here. All right. A new poll has found that apparently 1 in 20 Americans say they still read newspaper comics. The other 19 said, "What's a newspaper?" We lost Scott Adams last week from Dilbert, a hilarious guy, a really brilliant person too. He gave a lot of great advice, although he wrote a very funny comic. He gave fantastic advice. One of them was, don't have goals, have systems. He said, losers of goals, winners have systems. I think that's true. If you can become habit forming, if you get up every day and you do things to help change yourself, over time, you'll see big dramatic changes. If you just say, I want to get strong or whatever, that's not really enough, is it, JD?
That is not. It's not. It's the process, not the end goal. That's important.
JD Shipley here from Starting Strength Gyms in Houston. Ethan Buchanan also here from KTRH Newsroom. And JD, you are a father and you have kids. And
3 girls.
Have you felt it's difficult to navigate through the education system in this state? You send your kids where? You don't have to tell us where you send your kids, but private, public, homeschool. What do you do?
So my kids are in a hybrid program. They're homeschooled, but 2 days a week they go to a school that sets the overall curriculum that we follow. And so it's kind of a university model. They're in school Tuesday, Thursday.
Because your kids were in like a school play and stuff like that. Usually homeschool kids aren't in a school play, but yours had access to that.
Oh man, like right now, homeschool kids have access to everything. Homeschool's come a long ways. Homeschool kids are not the weird ones anymore.
Yeah, and well, you're here to that point, Ethan Buchanan.
I'm probably not the best example of what you just said.
I don't know, man. You look like a well-adjusted guy.
Well, people think the homeschool kids are kind of sheltered, and that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give an example. How old were you the first time you met an Asian person? Go ahead,
The
Ethan.
first time I met an Asian person. That's a good question. I don't know. I was probably, honest to God, 17.
You've seen them on TV before, right?
Yeah, I knew what they were. It wasn't like a shocking discovery to me.
Wait, hang on. You're 23 now.
Yeah.
And the first time you ever met an Asian person,
I don't know. I'm probably
you were
pulling that
17.
number out.
You
No,
were 17.
Actually, that's
Play
a
along.
lie.
Stay in character.
Okay.
And then and tell me again, what nationality did you marry when you just got married at a young age?
I happened to coincidentally marry a woman who was born in China.
Was she the first Asian person you ever met?
No, she was like the third.
For comedic purposes,
Hooked early.
I thought that was pretty good, actually. For comedic purposes, I would have said it was the second, but I'm not here to tell you how to deliver a joke. You guys, you drink milk in your house, Ethan?
Yeah. Big milk person. My wife, ironically, is into almond milk. She's probably a communist, and that's why. But she says it's because of the flavor. I still want her to stop calling it milk. But
I don't have an issue with almond milk. To me, it's the soy milk I don't like. Soy milk, I think, makes us soft. Almond milk's just almonds.
I
That's
have nothing
fine, right?
against
all the
almond
same-
milk.
it's all the
If
same
you want to
nonsense.
use it as just stop calling it milk. It's not milk.
It's milk.
Almond juice.
Almond juice, nut juice, whatever you want to call it. Probably not nut
Almond
juice.
juice?
But almond juice.
My God.
Nagi.
Hava, not almonds. Hava. Happy Rosh Hashanah. Hey, okay, so
All right.
I'm an advocate for people drinking milk. I think it's great. And when I first started working out at your gym, JD, one of the things I noticed, everybody's drinking milk. There's a lot of milk around here.
Yeah.
You had a guy named Dan who would come in with a big carton of milk. He would just chug it down like it was the
was
antidote to some poison that he
He
drank.
was a severely underweight male when he came in.
Not when I met him.
Milk was a good solution for that. It's just it's all sorts of good stuff.
Dan was underweight.
When he started, oh yeah, absolutely.
Dan looks like the star of Netflix Vikings. He's got a beard down to here. His muscles are huge. He's like, "Arr." He's as tall as I am, and he was skinny.
Oh yeah.
What do you think you could do to Ethan here if you had him in your gym?
Oh Lord.
Look, it's systems, not goals,
That's
right?
exactly right.
Get Ethan
It's
in there
systems.
3 times a week. If we started training Ethan, what would become of him? Who knows, right?
I mean, there's definitely something to work on. So I mean,
I want to get you two's opinion about something. We all agree milk's good for you. It's healthy, right? Despite what people are saying right now.
very much
There is a video that the Department of Agriculture has just posted online. I like the idea. I hate the messaging. They went out and they made this video. As a dad, I'm going to show you a video right now, JD. Look, I like Trump. I like RFK Jr. I'm not trashing these guys. But whoever works at the Department of Agriculture, I question how this happened. This is a video that's been posted over the weekend, and it's got a lot of people scratching their heads.
One, two, three.
Milk.
Look right here. Right there. Look here. Nice. Nice.
Drink whole milk.
Is it me? It's a little unsettling, right? There's something about it that's a little weird. Doesn't it look like it's footage from from a crime scene or something? What the heck? Is it me? It's not. Am I too
that's not what I got for that at all.
That's dark, man.
What did you get from it?
I don't know. I mean,
Drink whole milk.
this seems like
It's the cameras flashing and the film's cut. It's very.
it
they
just
cut away
just
at weird
seems like
times.
The
bad
timidity of the
outtakes.
children.
It seems like bad outtakes from a promotional thing.
I find it to be unsettling. No one likes this. There's thousands of people reacting to it on the internet. Conservatives, Republicans, liberals, Democrats. The one thing they all agree on is that milk commercial's a little creepy, right?
It is a little creepy.
It's not just me. You're a dad. We live in a day and age now, JD, where people are very nervous about having their kids on social media.
Yep.
And, for reasons like that, like what you just saw, is like somebody might watch it and it has the wrong reaction from people. Someone posts a picture of their baby in the bathtub and some weirdos in the comments or whatever. I have a goddaughter. I love her very much. And she's a funny, quirky little girl. I'll make a video with her on Christmas where we're telling each other stories about Santa. And then I asked my cousin, I'm like, do you feel comfortable with me posting on this? The answer is generally yes. But I still have to ask because in this day and age, we didn't have that growing up in the 80s. There was nothing like that, was there?
No.
Where
No,
your family photos could be preyed upon by a creep at the other end of the country? It was scientifically impossible for that to happen.
No, there was none of that. Absolutely.
So what do you do to protect your kids on the internet?
We restrict access to electronics. Right. The older ones have phones, but they're essentially locked up. They're shut down as far as what they can download. There's no social media that we know of. Right now, could they get around it? Sure. And then too, it's you mentioned systems. earlier, we do quite a bit of checking on their stuff.
Okay.
On a regular basis to make sure that on what the other the devices that we have given them that they can't or that they haven't downloaded stuff that we haven't approved.
There is a list today about new parenting trends. Treating ChatGPT like a parenting coach. Parents are asking AI for medical and child rearing advice instead of real experts. This is a risky thing
That's
to do.
That's absolutely stupid.
I wouldn't recommend it. I've asked anecdotally ChatGPT and Grok for health advice.
Yeah, medical maybe.
And it told me the opposite of what my coach, my nutritionist, and my doctor are telling me. Because the medical thing can get misinterpreted, right? Especially, and then the other thing is asking it for legal advice. There's 9 different ways to look at any law. Would you take parenting advice from ChatGPT?
No.
No.
No, I don't want to take parenting advice from myself, let alone ChatGPT.
All right, what about this? There's a thing now called the preemptive photo trend. Posting cute pics of kids on social media with captions like, "This will pay for therapy later," to head off future blame. It fuels perfection, pressure, and therapy stigma. Let's just enjoy moments without the defensive commentary. As a parent, as a non-parent, I read that and I scratch my head. What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is that we're looking at though.
A picture of a kid, and they're like, "This will prevent therapy," or I don't get it either.
Sorry, you're gonna mess them up regardless of what you do or don't do.
All right,
Something's gonna go wrong.
How about this one? Overscheduling kids. Packing tiny tots with endless activities, homework, and prep for kindergarten. Leaving no downtime. It ramps up stress, shortens attention spans. I don't know if I have a problem with kids having a schedule all the time. I do think there's too much homework. You send a kid to school for 9 hours a day. Now they're expected to come home and do 2 or 3 hours of homework. Life as an adult is not like that. No. When I'm done with work after a 9-10 hour day, I don't go home and work for 3 more hours.
I was watching a YouTube video of all things, and it mentioned the gift of boredom for kids.
Yeah.
Right. So we took away our kids' devices one afternoon. It was they wanted to do something, but so we took away their phones, and they were kind of left to figure out what to do themselves. And 20 minutes later, they're playing a board game. Right. Boredom leads to creativity.
Boredom leads to creativity is right.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. It's fun to play video games when you're a kid, but take away your kid's video game and watch how fast he learns to play the piano. Or
after the meltdown.
Yeah,
that you got to live through.
Yeah.
Serious. It is absolutely serious, man. These kids do not know how to cope. We do not know how to cope if you take away their Roblox.
This is also anecdotal, but I have friends who overparent their kids, and their kids their behavior is terrible. And I have friends who are very passive about parenting their kids, and I can't believe how well behaved their kids are. I guess it's nature versus nurture. What do you attribute that to?
Man, it depends on the kid.
Yeah,
it really does depend on the kid.
Yeah. I'll ask you this question. Looking at Ethan over there and knowing that he's homeschooled, do you feel good about knowing your kids are homeschooled?
I don't know. Absolutely.
Well, gee, man, gosh.
He hasn't looked me once in the eye yet, but no.
Ethan, why did your parents choose to homeschool you? What happened?
I don't know if it was really one particular thing. I know growing up, I'd heard stories about how my mom always thought it would be nice, and my dad really didn't care one way or the other. And then they did it with my older sister at first, and it worked, and they kept doing it. And then as the years went on and things got worse, and I think over the last 30 years, more and more people have more and more realized how screwed up government-run schools are, and the education industry, and the standards that this is what works for kids. Everybody do this. More and more people realized, oh, this just doesn't work. And next thing you know, I'm homeschooled all my life, and so are most of my children, or my siblings, my mother's children. And then, but as time goes on, like my mom's situation has changed, and she's blind now, so she can't, teach kids how to read.
See what homeschooling does to people? Look at that.
As time has gone on and things shifted and things work differently for different. Now my youngest brother, who's 10 years younger than me, and still in like primary, junior school, or whatever the terminology is. Now, he's in public school, but, my mom did a bunch of research to figure out, what was a good, safe district and school to put him in where, he'll be taught the things I want him to learn in a way that works for him. And so, for me and for most of my family, it worked, and that's what we did. And, we still had, opportunities and social things. I was in choir and I met my wife there, but it's like parenting. It just depends on the kid and family situation.
JD, would you agree that one great way to deal with the anxiety and the stress of being a parent would be to lift weights at Starting Strength Gym and Katie in Houston?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
JD, I want you to get the last remark here. JD Shipley, longtime friend and supporter of the show. Starting Strength Gym changed my life. I was not the handsome, good-looking, rugged, rough, muscly guy with veins popping out of my arms that I was when I met JD Shipley. He radically transformed me. And if y'all have New Year's goals, it's interesting, too, because Starting Strength isn't the kind of gym where people with New Year's resolutions that they give up on after 2 weeks usually go.
Correct.
But that doesn't mean that if someone had a resolution, they wouldn't benefit from the program.
No, we do get quite a few new year, new me people sign up at the beginning of the year. However, they've been looking at us for a while. They know that they need to do something, right? And they start because they have enough bandwidth, after all the holidays and stuff to get started. But because it's you sign up for a month and you train with a coach, the community, the accountability, and really the results of how people feel is what prevents the that 2 week drop off from happening. So if you want results that last, right, come see us.
And isn't there like a 30-minute introductory thing?
Absolutely.
You do?
On each one of our websites, there's a free 30-minute session, for that you can click on and schedule to come into the gym and either ask questions or we can demonstrate the coaching on one of the lifts so that you can make sure that what you would be getting is in fact what you're looking for.
I love it. I am a loyal brand evangelist. Awesome. Starting Strength Gyms in Houston and Katy. A fantastic place to become a healthier person. Make America healthy again. It's Starting Strength Gym in Houston. It's not political, at least I don't think it should be. I'm Kenny Webster. I love you all. Follow my buddy Ethan Buchanan and JD Shipley on social media. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning for more of what you bought a radio for.
You are listening to the Pursuit of Happiness Radio. Tell the government to kiss your ass when you listen to the show.